Hey, Louise Clear, Tantra. Stop cock-blocking your life force energy and creativity with fear and doubt. There's this infinite amount of life force that wants to move through you and be expressed through you into the world. And once your channel is clear, once you've done your releasing of the emotional body, releasing of the blockages in the chakra system, then this life force, it's like you plug into it, and this life force starts to move and pulsate through you really, really powerfully. And even if you're not fully clear as a channel, you will still have this connection with life force and how it wants to be expressed. How it wants to be expressed shows up in these yearnings that we have and these visions that we have for future possibilities, for things we want to create. And it shows up in this calling deep in our heart of who we want to be and how we want to show up in the world and what wants to be born through us. So this beautiful source of life, the power of the cosmos that's arising through us as a channel, as a unique channel, has a way that it wants to be expressed and moved through each of us. And that comes through our gifts, it comes through our life's journey, our heroine's journey up until this point. So life gives us a vision. It gives us a vision of how it wants to move through us, of how it wants to meet us, of how our erotic life force wants to be a fuel for creation, for manifestation, for impregnation and birth and penetration in the world. And one of the things that will cock-block this energy like nothing else is fear. And the second thing is self-doubt. So both of these are generated from the mind, generated from thoughts, and then they create relevant emotions and feelings in the body, usually of contraction. So fear in itself is not a feeling, it's a thought that generates a physiological response in the body. So when we're open to this force of life and it's moving through us and it's pulsating through us, what it tends to do is expand our heart, expand our perception of what's possible, and often it expands our identity as well. It breaks open the ego, it breaks open all the pieces that are limited in regards to who we are and how we think we need to be in the world. So as it moves through us, it expands and stretches us. And what happens is that can be a beautiful and simultaneously painful experience, because there's death in that. There's a letting go of pieces that no longer serve us, letting go of old stories and old beliefs and old conditioning in order to let life force, let love move through us to be expressed. So what do we do when these thoughts of fear and the self-doubt sneaks in? It's like this sneaky little predator. It like finds a little chink in the armor, it finds a little chink in the belief system, and it like finds its way in. And often it's when we're maybe a little bit tired or a little bit vulnerable or a little bit stressed, so we're already not fully centered. And it finds its way in and it attaches as a thought. And then there's a feeling that comes with that, and then before we know it, all our life force energy, all these things that are wanting to be created and generated through us start to collapse in. And then we start to question ourselves. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Who am I to believe in such great visions? Maybe I'm actually just crazy. Maybe this isn't actually the truth. Maybe it's my ego speaking. Maybe it's not even my heart. Maybe I'm not even plugged in. All these thoughts that undo and contract and make us smaller and stop this beautiful channel of life force energy moving through us. Because when we're open and when we're really flowing in that life force, our potential is unlimited. So the fear comes in. What if? The fear of failure, the fear of other people's opinions, the fear of reaching out so far and then maybe crashing and burning, and the self-doubt. Who are you? Who am I to think such grand things? Who am I to reach out to possibilities that are beyond my referencing, beyond my conditioning, beyond everything I know? And am I actually plugged into the divine, or am I just fucking deluded? So in these times where these thoughts come in and they create these feelings, this disturbance in the body, we need to just come back to center, come back to heart, come back to feeling. Take some moments, be in nature, meditate, center ourselves again. Open the heart, open the chakras, allow the energy to start to move. Whatever it is that supports you to feel connected to your life force. Self-pleasure, sexual experiences. For me, it's nature, being with the elements. Find those ways to plug in and come back to your center. Away from your mind, away from your thoughts, your fears, away from your self-doubt. And do not go and spend time with people that will reinforce those things. If you've got one or two key people that see you, that can hold that mirror for you and remind you who you are when you forget, when you get shaky, when that expansion is so overwhelming that something feels like it's going to collapse. Because what wants to come through you, and penetrate the world is your fucking gift, is your gift to humanity, and it's different to anyone else's gift. The callings on your heart are unique to you because you're the one to deliver those things to life. You're the one to deliver those projects or those concepts or those new paradigms, to create that new community, to birth something different. It's through you and through the way that the pulse of life, your erotic life force, wants to be expressed. So don't cock block yourself by letting your fear and letting your self-doubt get in, weasel in and fuck with you. Come back to your center, come back to your power, ignite your life force energy again, and keep flying. Keep stepping onto that ledge and keep flying, because life needs you to bring this deep, deep calling that's inside of you, and life will fucking meet you every time, every time.